Go.
I guess, Ken, like with all the injuries, was I guess a great effort from the team and that you can be sort of proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. We should be proud. We bar the 10-minute patch in the first quarter. We played 119 minutes where we outscored Brisbane at home. And I'm really proud of that effort by the boys. They never threw it in at any stage. I thought, with all the things that were going a little bit wrong, and some of those things clearly were injuries, which were really, really sad. But, then there's some turnover stuff that came from us that we gave Brisbane, and they're a great side. They capitalised on every moment we gave them. And, but again, you're right. I'm really proud of the performance by the boys.
What do you know about those three, particularly Sam?
Yes, well, Sam obviously looks like an ACL. We clearly will get the scan back over the next couple of days, but yeah, that's really, really sad. When I think about that, it gets a bit sadder for me because it's my last game of coaching Sam, and he's been such a great player for me. It's really difficult when you have someone that you really care about see that happen to him now for the second time on the other leg. I wish him a speedy recovery, and I know he'll be a great player for Port Adelaide.
How hard is it for players when it happens to them 2 years in a row, mentally, psychologically?
For all those people who think they get paid too much or they don't work hard enough or it's such a great opportunity for them, have a look at that boy tonight and have a look at how he feels. I mean, he's had a great week. He's had a new baby, him and Briar and the family, and he has to deal with that. But in typical Pep fashion, he'll deal with it. He'll have a couple of days where it'll be pretty tough, and he'll be back. I look forward to watching his first game back.
On that note, I guess, what's 3 wins outside the 8 now, 7 games left, so it's...
Let's be honest, we'll play really hard to the end of the year, whenever the end of the year is, but it looks like to me 14, 15 wins is what you need to get in anyhow. So I thought we showed tonight the glimpses that people who have been fairly critical of us during the year would see, with Lukosius back in the team, with a few things in our favour. Our last month of football, our last 5 games of football, bar the Sydney, who beat us pretty comfortably at home, I think we've actually showed that, unfortunately, we're not in the 8 this year, but we're a side that going forward has got a bright future.
Ken, after that first 10 minutes we sort of had the edge, what was it about that next 10 where they sort of...
Yeah, they capitalised on every moment they got, whether it be our turnover, as I said, or their ability in the contest to withstand our pressure and handball and use the ball in their shape. I mean, they're such a good side. You think about McCluggage, Neil, Berry, 2 Ashcrofts. Who did I miss? There's a star in there. I missed Dunkley. You think that they're going to make you pay from around the stoppage ball, but they also make you pay on bad turnover ball because they were out in front of the ball a couple of times. If we had maintained it, maybe they might not look quite as damaging because they might have been on the wrong side of the game, but high quality team.
And then even when they got to 40 in the third quarter, you just came back again.
Yeah, we thought in the box we were right in the game.
Yeah.
We thought we were right in the game. We were a goal away. I think we nearly we had a shot to go to within 14. We had got within 14, it might have been even more scarier for them, and we tried pretty hard right to the end. And as I said, congratulations to Fags and the boys. They deserve the win. They're going to be a great side. They're going to push really hard for another premiership, I'd imagine.
Lukosius, he's obviously so talented, good kid. What do you see him? What's your vision for him in the future in terms of positionally? And
again, it's a vision for me because I won't be there, but my vision sees Lukosius, Marshall, Georgiadis together in that forward line that I thought at the start of the year might have been pretty hard work for some sides to handle. And Luko has had a really tough first year at the club. Todd's had obviously another significant injury for us, but as I said, the future looks pretty good. Joe Richards comes into the front half as well. We've put a fair bit of new into that front half, and it's pretty exciting.
So how do you approach the next 2 months then?
With a smile and with a bit of opportunity and freedom to encourage our players to enjoy playing footy and make sure I'm there leading the way as best I possibly can for them, and look forward to them having a really strong 7 weeks of football and knocking a few teams off. That's what I'd like to do, knock a few teams off on the way through and put them under some pressure and let them know that when they play Port, you have to bring your best, and Brisbane did that tonight.
And the other 2 boys that got injured, how are they?
Yeah, we'll give you some updates once we get the information. Look, Sava looks like a pretty stock hamstring, middle of the leg, so 3-4 weeks I would imagine for him. Visentini's ankle, so we'll wait and see what happens with that. I don't quite know how long that may or may not be, but again, give us Monday, Tuesday, and we'll tell you exactly where they are.
And was Sin okay with the shoulder, was it?
No, he had a sore shoulder. Yeah, he got a whack in the shoulder, so he was pretty sore. There was look, everyone's sore when you play footy at this level. I bet there were some sore Brisbane boys out there too. So that's just the way the game plays.